Hello viewers, welcome to Senior College Mathematics. Topic of discussion is bearing. Lesson 6, reversed bearing, problems from WAEC part 4. And we have example 19. In the diagram, angle WOS equal to 60 degrees, angle YOE equal to 50 degrees, and angle OSY equal to 30 degrees. What is the bearing of S from Y? This is S, this is Y. So you have to go to Y. So the given diagram, you need to adjust it by drawing the cardinal point at Y, so that the bearing of S from Y is that you go to Y, you start from the north to this line that joins S and Y together. This angle alone is 50 degrees. From here to this point is 180, so we need this angle. Then you add everything together, you get the required bearing. The solution continues. This needed angle is denoted by theta. The way it is, we have to consider triangle SOY. SOY, and we need this angle so that if we add all the angles together, the sum is equal to 180 degrees. Let us state the bearing of S from Y. From this point to this, you have 3 quadrants, and the angle there is 270 degrees plus theta. That is the required bearing. We need this angle so that we can get theta. On the line WE, if you add the 3 angles, the sum is equal to 180 degrees. You replace 2 of the angles with what they stand for. Then SOY is equal to 180 degrees minus the sum of 60 degrees and 50 degrees, which is 110. When you subtract, you have 70 degrees. So this angle is known. In triangle SOY, if you add all the angles there, the sum is equal to 180 degrees. You have this result, and theta is equal to 180 degrees minus 150 degrees, and that is 30 degrees. Therefore, the bearing of S from Y is 270 degrees plus theta, which is 30 degrees, and you have 300. The correct option is A. Example 20. In the diagram, AB is equal to 8 kilometers, BC equal to 13 kilometers. The bearing of A from B is 310 degrees, and the bearing of B from C is 230 degrees. Calculate correct to 3SF, A part of the question, the distance AC. B, the bearing of C from A. C, how far east of B C is. Solution. The given diagram needs to be adjusted in order to solve the problem smoothly. Let's start from here. The bearing of A from B, you go to B, is 310. That is from north to this point and this point. From north to this line is 270 degrees, the third quadrant in clockwise direction. To have 310, you need to add 40 degrees. So from the from the third quadrant to this point is 40 degrees. That is why this angle here is 40 degrees. The second point, the bearing of B from C is 230. You go to C. You go to C. From here to this place is 180. For you to get 230, you need to add 50 to 180. So to this point is 230. That is why this angle is 50 degrees. So if here is 50 degrees, this angle is also 50 degrees. So you adjust it, you label the sides A, B, C. So this is side A, this is side B, and this is side C. You have the adjusted diagram. So the whole of this angle is 310. Here becomes 40 degrees. And here is from the question, here is 50 degrees, which is equal to this part. Now, this is what happened. From this point to this point is 310, and the whole quadrant is 360 degrees. So here is 50 degrees, which is equal to this angle. Here is 50 and is equal to this angle. So this entire angle is 100 degrees. If you label the sides, here is 13 kilometers, 8 kilometers. You are asked to get the distance AC, and it is by cosine rule, since the angle facing that side is known and two other sides. Question C is that how far east of B, C east. Now this is C, so this is east of B. You have to trace this point and trace C down. They are meeting at right angle. So we have triangle BDC from this place. Let's go back and get the distance AC. It is by cosine rule. This angle is 100 degrees. I've said that before. Distance AC is by cosine rule, so this is the rule. AC is small letter b, the side facing angle B. So you replace AC, then angle B, with what they stand for in the cosine rule. You simplify, you have it in this form. You add, you get this. Minus times minus is plus. You multiply these two, you have this result. After addition, you have 269.12. 269.12. To get B, you take the square root of both sides. B is equal to this, and that is 16.405 kilometers. Therefore, distance AC is approximately 14.4 kilometers to 3 SF. B part of the same question is the bearing of C from A. You have to go to A. Starting from the north, you move to the point joining A and C together. So we are interested in this angle. Already, this angle is 50 degrees. We need to get this angle so that if you add it to 50, subtract the sum from 180, you have this other angle. So the bearing of C from A is 180 degrees minus theta minus 50 degrees. We can obtain theta by sine rule, since this angle and the side facing it is known. We can use sine rule. So this 13 over sine theta equal to this length is 16.4 over sine of this angle 100 degrees. You have it in this form. To get sine theta, you have to cross multiply and divide both sides by 16.4 to have sine theta standing alone in this form. If you simplify the numerator, you have this result. Divide by 16.4, you have 0.7806. To get theta, take the inverse of sine of both sides in this form, and you have 51.32 degrees. Therefore, the bearing of C from A is 180 degrees minus theta, which is 51.32 degrees minus 50 degrees. You have it in this form, and you have 78.68 degrees. To 3SF, you have 78.7 degrees as the bearing of C from A. Part C of the same question: how far east of B C is? That distance is denoted by Y. In triangle BDC, we have to work with 13 kilometers. Now, you have the option of working with 50 degrees and 40 degrees. If you are going by 50 degrees, this is opposite hypotenuse, that is sine. If you are going by 40 degrees, this is adjacent hypotenuse, that is cosine. Any one you choose to use, you have the same result. So sine 50 degrees is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, that is y over 13. Multiply through by 13 to clear fraction, you have it in this form. Y is equal to 13 times the value of sine 50 degrees. After multiplication, you have 9.9585. Y therefore is approximately 9.96 kilometers to 3SF. End of lesson 6. Thanks for watching and learning. Don't forget, watch out for more from the voice of Peter Kos. Lastly, if you are not safe, your life is in crisis, your life is in trouble. To avoid all of that, you have to give your life to the Lord Jesus Christ and confess Him as your Lord and personal Savior every day of your life. If you are saved already, congratulations. Live righteously and be prepared, because on the last day, some will be taken and some will be left. Be good to yourself, stay out of trouble, study your books, do the needful at all times, flee every appearance of evil, don't defraud others to make money, find something good and genuine to do with your hands and your brain, and the Lord will bless you. Goodbye and stay tuned.